Hey everyone, it's your girl Jenny, and this is going to be my weekend reading vlog. And to be honest, this has been the longest, shortest week ever, so I'm very much looking forward to this weekend. Today my sister is coming over and we are going to go pick up some plants, and the plan is one of them is going to be for my mom, so hopefully by the time this video goes up my mom already has it. Also, I do want to give her her book. I bought her The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. She has always really liked this story. I found this copy and I had to get it for her, so she will be getting a plant and a book. And as for reading plans, my plan is to finish Margo's Got Money Troubles today, if not by tomorrow. And oh my gosh, the emotional roller coaster that I've been put through with this book is insane. I was told that this was going to be funny, and there are funny moments, but oh my gosh, this just feels so real. We follow Margo, who ended up getting pregnant by her professor, and essentially she decides to keep the baby, and we follow her life after making that decision, and it is turmoil. She is young, she is 20, she is broke, and doesn't initially have the support that a single mother would need. And let me just tell you, the professor, Mark, POS, truly. Right now, there has been so much that has happened, so hopefully you watch my previous video to kind of get an idea of like what has happened prior to this. But right now there is like a legal battle because of custody, and I just want to say that Mark is just throwing low blows, and that really is on track for the kind of character that he is. Because it's like, I'm glad Margo called this out, because he in one of the conversations said, well, you're just a kid. She's like, okay, so now I'm just a kid, but I'm old enough for you to fuck me? Make sense. So that's the kind of guy that she's dealing with. She's also dealing with relationship issues with her mother, her father, her mother's boyfriend, her friend, her best friend, roommates, like just anything that can happen is happening to her. So I'm really glad that she has her baby boy to kind of ground her and kind of serve as like a beacon or like a guiding light in this darkness. But yeah, there's also talks of substance abuse and recovery and what that looks like for a person and what that looks like for a person's family. So there's just so much that is involved in this story, and it's only like 298 pages, and there's just so much story in this that I have been enjoying it, and I would want my own copy eventually. I still have like 60 pages left, so I don't know how it's gonna end. It could completely change my mind on the book, but I genuinely think that this is going to be ending on a good note for me, at least fingers crossed. Oh, also, Margo, because of her financial situation and being a single mom, she turned to OnlyFans and has gained some success from it, and unfortunately it's biting her in the butt because of the whole legal thing, or like the custody stuff. And it just sucks because it's like no matter what she does, it's never good enough. And it just sucks because it's like one of those things where it's like no matter how hard you try to get ahead, something will try to keep you down. And it's just empowering to see her continue to push through, especially as a young single mom. And there's also themes of motherhood if you are interested in that. That was a little ramble. I'm really hoping to finish this because I'm just so invested in Margo, her life, and right now there's something else that is happening that I don't want to spoil, so I'm just hoping she's happy. That's all I want for her, is just stability, security, money, and happiness. Fuck, man. I'm about to cry. I'm about to fucking cry. Spoiler for Margo's Got Money Troubles. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead. Margo is currently undergoing a legal custody battle with the baby daddy. And there's been stuff involved with it, like having to do a psychological test, having like in-home visits just to make sure that, you know, the house is suitable for Bodhi. And that's all one thing. And then out of the blue, CPS comes to visit. Someone had called CPS on her. And this entire time, we thought it was Mark just playing a nasty hand once again. It was her mom. More so her boyfriend, or now husband. They said, I mean, what a wake-up call. Kenny said that's what you needed, and he was right, I guess. Margo's like, wait, are you saying, did you guys call CPS? Well, I mean, not me, but Kenny. What a fucking gut punch. What a fucking stab in the heart. Like, I would feel so distraught. I'm surprised she's up right now because I feel like my whole world would have tilted. I knew that her and her mom were having issues because they've never really seen eye to eye because her mom wants her to be a certain way. Her mom is like weird because she married this guy and she's not even herself. Like, they went and got married in Vegas, which she asked Margo not to be present for because it was leaked that she had an OnlyFans. She's like, I could never forgive you. I'm so ashamed. Whatever. So the night of their wedding, she spent hours gambling. And at 4 in the morning, she crawled back into her bed so that Kenny, her now husband, wouldn't know. And that's just the type of person she is. She hides who she is in order to be with Kenny. And it's just so heartbreaking that she's so ashamed of herself compared to like Kenny, who's like this religious guy. He's doing everything by the book. So I feel like because she's so ashamed of herself, she's projecting it heavily onto Margo. And it just sucks. Like, it's so frustrating. And I just want, I don't think I've ever been more mad at a mom. Well, there was one book that I read a couple years ago that the mother-daughter relationship was absolutely atrocious. This is up there because it's like the mom is just such, she's a snake. How could you want your child to do so bad? Like, why do you want your child to suffer? Why do you want to put your child through this? And then turn around and say, it's for your own good. Do you not know how to use your words? Like, what is this? To call CPS on her is crazy, especially after all the work Margo has been putting into her home, her child, herself. Ugh. I'm angry. My sister's here and I have 10 pages left and oh my god, I am gonna let her in and we're gonna finish this book and then we're gonna go on with our evening. But yup. Alright, I am going to do a quick little haul. Someone local was selling these spider plants, so I got one for me and one for my mom. And then Walmart had a bunch of nice things on clearance. This for $5. This vase for $7. This candle warmer lamp for $11. This pillow that says "Till Death Do Us Part," also $5. This is my sister's. She got this at Home Goods, and for the time being, she's going to keep him here. This is Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, and he's adorable. Alright, my loves, we are about to finish Margo's Got Money Troubles, so let's get to it. We have 8 pages left. We are officially done with Margo's Got Money Troubles, and I stand by what I said earlier. I truly enjoyed this book. I can see why people really love it. Margo is a character with so much personality. She is cheesy, she is corny, but she is also serious, and I loved to watch her character evolve over the story. And the trauma, oh my god, the shit that she went through in this story, man, this would make such, I know I'm this type of person, this would make such a great movie if it was done well. Happy Saturday, everyone. We are gonna go to the fair tonight and then we are going to watch the newest Conjuring movie. I believe it's Last Rites. I am so excited for it. My sister and I have been rewatching at least the first 2 over the last few days. The third one I didn't really care for, and then the rest I feel like I've seen quite a few times, so I don't feel like I needed to rewatch them. Last night I told you how I finished Margo's Got Money Troubles and how I would love to see this in a movie, but I just wouldn't know if they'd do it right. Turns out they're actually adapting this into an Apple TV show. Nick Offerman is going to be playing the dad, and I'm so excited. I don't know if it's going to live up to the expectations that I've mentally already put on it, but I really like the story and I would love to see it on TV. I just really hope they do it justice. So now for my next read, I am going to pick up El Fuego by David Rubin. This is a graphic novel, and I did start this earlier this morning, but I've been just so on the go today. So I'm 14 pages in, and I think we can knock this out in like 1 to 2 sittings if we get the time. So that is my next read. And then we have book mail. This very gorgeous. We have a note. It says, "Thank you so much for your order and supporting this crazy dream of bringing the stories in my head to life. I seriously appreciate it. Wishing you all the forehead kisses. Besitos from Marie." And oh my gosh, I see that there are stickers in here. So here are the books. It says, "Marie Maravilla, thank you. Thank you, badass babes." We have artwork, guys. Oh, these are so beautiful. So this is my order of the Toxic Paradise series, at least the remainder of them. If you've been watching my vlogs, I initially read Skeletons of Society, which is book 1 of the Toxic Paradise series, and I really love those covers. And there are new covers now, which I prefer these original ones, so I went ahead and placed an order for these covers. So book 2 is called Syndicate of Sins, and just take a moment for how cool that cover looks. And then book 3 is City of Salvation. So these are beautiful. I am obsessed, and they are gonna look so beautiful on my bookshelf. And then we have some goodies. So we have 2 stickers. The first one says Syndicate of Sins, and then a little middle finger with arranged marriage, so fuck arranged marriage. And then I love this, plus she has yellow heels on, which is my favorite color, and it says, "We want men vocal in bed and quiet everywhere else." We have a bookmark. It says "Stay Toxic," and then I'm assuming we have Ryan, Scarletta, and possibly a new character that I have not been introduced to, or maybe it's Nikki. This looks like it's artwork for Syndicate of Sins, and this is the artwork for City of Salvation, and this says Dex, so I'm assuming this is Nikki. I love the goodies. To Marie Maravilla, thank you so much. I'm so happy. That is the book mail, and man, these covers. How could you not want these covers? That is my book mail, and I'm about to grab a quick snack, and then we're gonna head off to the fair. Happy Sunday, everyone. Don't mind the echo. I'm currently in my bathroom because it is time to clean my makeup brushes, and I think times like this are the best to either catch up on YouTube videos or listen to audiobooks. I am currently listening to Everything the Darkness Eats by Eric LaRocca. I am now 41% into the audiobook, and so far I don't really know what is going on like fully, and we are following a couple of different POVs. We have Ghost, who is this guy who, I don't know how much I can say, but he is definitely going through it. He is at an all-time low, and it's just sad. It's very sad to hear about his story. Then we have Mr. Crowley, I believe is his name, and he's like this older gentleman in this city, and he is going after vulnerable women, and he is by far not like a gentleman whatsoever, but that's just how he's described by other women. Like, they're like, oh, like, you know, Mr. Crowley, he's such a cutie, you know. And then we are following a couple, and they are experiencing hate crimes because they are a gay couple in a very old school city. So it's just so hard to hear people blaming them for what they're going through. Like, there was a police officer that came to investigate something that happened in their home, and he's like, well, maybe you guys deserved it because you guys aren't so quiet about your relationship. Dude, what? And then he's like, well, I bought my wife this very expensive piece of jewelry and I tell her not to wear it out because it's going to attract the wrong kind of attention. So maybe you guys can kind of follow that. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck? So that is kind of very different individuals, very different stories. But yeah, those are the characters that we're following, and now I'm just waiting to see how they connect. But yeah, it's a very short audiobook. I think it's 5 hours, and like I said, I'm now 41% in. But yeah, that is my reading update.